Your name?
Jeff Machado.
Age?
I'm 29.
And your rank when you served?
I was a specialist last one I got out.
What kind of specialist?
Specialist just E4.
It's a rank in the Army.
Oh, it's an E4 rank in the Army.
So Army then? Yes?
Yep.
Alright, nice.
Army infantry.
What was your military occupational specialty?
Infantry.
Nice.
Yep. Knuckle dragger.
And where were you?
Where was I stationed?
Yeah.
I was basic in Benning in Georgia, and then my first duty station was Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. From there, I did one tour in Afghanistan, and then my last station prior to getting out of the military was in Schofield Barracks in Hawaii.
What inspired you to join the armed forces?
A lot of people, my dad, a lot of people on his side of the family were in the military as far back as World War II, so just following their footsteps, I guess. Keeping that lineage going. Somebody's got to do it.
There you go. So what exactly did you do before you volunteered for the armed services?
I used to work in biotech. I was a assistant lab manager for a research and development lab.
Really? That's neat. What was the most important experience you had in the United States military?
Obviously, you know, the whole initial experience of getting into the military, the basic training, adapting to that lifestyle, that's a very big part of it, because it changes a lot in you, how you function on a day-to-day life. But I'd say the most important was deployment. Makes you reevaluate and reappreciate things in life. Gives you a new set of glasses to look at life through.
So when you were deployed, you said you were stationed with the 25th Infantry Division?
I didn't deploy with them. That was my last duty station prior to getting out of the Army. I deployed with 341 Infantry out of the 1st Armored Brigade in Fort Bliss.
Ah, that's neat. You deployed with the 1st Armored Brigade. Did you have any work with mechanized vehicles, or were you just standard infantry?
Yeah, we were standard infantry, but we were a striker unit. So
Striker Brigade combat team?
Yep. So we were a striker unit. We didn't use them a whole lot in Afghanistan. We did most of the patrols and stuff like that on foot, just given the terrain and all that. But no experiences with other like heavier mechanized stuff like Bradleys or anything like that.
What kind of advice would you give someone looking to volunteer today?
My best advice to that is do your homework, like just full on do a lot of researching online, and you're gonna get people saying no, it's the most horrible thing in the world, it's not worth it. You're gonna get people telling you it's the best, and you gotta realize it's not one or the other. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, and what you make out of it is what you're gonna get out of it. Bottom line. But I definitely encourage a lot of research. Talk to people that you know that are veterans, that have been there. All veterans will give you some advice, not to sound a little biased or anything, but I would recommend you at least talk to combat veterans over other people, because, and again, it's all dependent on what you want to do and what branch, what job you're looking into. But you always got to keep in mind you might not always get the branch and job you're looking for. So you got to hope for the best and expect the worst.
Awesome.
Would you do it again?
In a heartbeat, yeah. I loved it. I still had 6 years ahead of me. I did 4 and I still had another 6, and I was planning on retiring. Due to medical reasons, I wasn't able to, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat, man. Wouldn't think twice about it. But that's a bit of a biased answer, because I'm also speaking after going through the whole process of indoctrination when you're in basic training, and that mentality gets ingrained in your head where you almost instinctively say yes.
Fair enough.
But I would do it again for sure.
Fair enough.
How did your service in the military affect your life today?
Uh, oh, it's affected it dramatically in both good and bad. It's given me a lot of outlooks on life and tools to manage life in a good, positive sense. It also gives you, it also, you know, you also bring home some figurative not tools, but what's the word I'm looking for? Baggage, I guess, from hurdles that you got to deal with. But you know, it's all part of that lifestyle. You take with the good and the bad. Again, I wouldn't change anything. If I knew exactly the position that I'm in today before joining, I'd still join. Do it in a heartbeat.
Any other stories or anecdotes you want to tell us about the service, or is that
Unless you guys have any other questions you want to throw my way, or anything else you want me to touch upon,
gentlemen?
How was your experience coming back? You know?
It's a bittersweet thing. It's like, it's kind of a joke amongst all military veterans. Is when you're in the military, all you do is complain all day how much you don't like it and you can't wait to go back home. And then when you're home, all you do is complain how things were so awesome in the military, and you don't like that you're back home. So it's one of those. It's you get home, you're excited, you get to see your family, and now it's not just for like a week or a couple of days. It's you're going to be with them, and you're being allotted all those freedoms that you didn't really have being in the military. But then there's that sense of like you start kind of getting antsy and like, well, shoot, what do I do with myself? You miss a lot of that lifestyle because in the military, your days are planned for you. Not as bad and as rough as these movies portray it to be and all that stuff. You have some sort of independence in life in the military, but for the most part, they'll tell you when you need to go to the dentist and when you need to go get your uniform cleaned or whenever you need to be here or be there. So you miss that structure. And it's hard sometimes to maintain that structure on your own, So that becomes a little bit of something you tend to miss. But you get over it, you work with it.
What was the experience you had in basic training? You say you love it so much. Like, what was it about it that you loved? Is it just the whole experience, or?
It's yeah, it's an experience, man. I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah, it's serious. You're stressed out, but at the end of the day, it's if you can step back and realize that it's just a facade. It's just a quote unquote act that they're putting on to train you, prepare you, get you mentally ready for the life that's ahead of you afterwards. If you can stick through basic training with that mentality, it's not bad at all. It's a few weeks, goes by fast. You build some good camaraderie with people, and no matter how unpleasant some things are that you have to do, you kind of sit there and chuckle with your buddies as you're doing it and throw jokes because you learn to embrace the suck. To be very cliche, but it's a fun time. But if you don't look at it that way, like some people, and you just view it as this impending doom, and you take everything at face value and every word literally, then it breaks a lot of people.
Fair enough. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate this and your story will be recorded.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.